Hi there. I've been working hard to try and come up with a workable topic for this particular video. I had a couple of ideas, but every time I try to shoot a video, it seems like things would go astray. So this may be a little rambling, but hopefully it'll get to the point. The last outing I was on was to see the shorebirds that congregate on the coastline of the Bay of Fundy on their way from the high Arctic to South America. These particular birds, in particular the semi-palmated sandpiper, congregate in literally hundreds of thousands of birds. On any given day, there's 30 to 40,000 birds on the beach that we can photograph. When I went on that trip, I, like the rest of my conscientious photography group, we followed the rules. We do not go on the beach. Going on the beach disturbs the birds. These birds are here to rest and feed. If we disturb that, many of them are not going to make it. So you leave them alone. Which means, of course, that we set up well back from the beach. Now, next to me is a bird photographer that I have a great deal of respect for. Now, he has, I guess you could say that he has specialized in bird photography. Doesn't mean he doesn't do anything else, but that is what he is very good at. And because of that, he has invested a lot of time in learning and a lot of money in equipment. So he's standing next to me with a very expensive, very tall tripod on which is a gimbal mount. On that gimbal mount is a 500mm lens. On the back of that 500mm lens is a 1.4 teleconverter, and on the back of that is a crop sensor professional grade camera. You put all that together, I'm not even going to try and work out the equivalent focal length, but let's just say it's pretty massive. Okay, let's see. No, I'm not going to do it. Alright, so with all of that, he's running this gear, which is exceptionally fast, it's exceptionally good. I'm standing there with my micro four thirds camera. I haven't even bothered with a tripod, and I'm using a 40 to 150 zoom lens, a very cheap kit lens that my wife bought new for $100. Now, can I expect to get the quality of images he does? No, but, now here's the good part, I don't try. How can I possibly get, with the gear I'm using, how can I get in close enough to get the shots he's getting? And more importantly, with the experience he has and the skills he's developed, how can someone like me who hardly ever shoots pictures of birds, how am I going to possibly come up with the images he does? So I don't try. Now somebody might be saying, oh yeah, well you just quit and gave up, right? No, I tried for something different. Pretty soon I found that I wasn't even shooting at 150mm. I was often widening my view even more to get small flocks of birds as they moved around, to get a little bit of the background into the image, to give it some context. I was doing things that fit with the limitations of the gear that I had. Rather than standing there drooling over his equipment and wishing I had it, because then I'd be able to get great shots, I recognized the fact that even if I did have it, I would not be able to get the quality of images he gets, because the important part of any camera system is, I'm not sure who made this quote, it might have been Ansel Adams, it might have been somebody else, it's that little bit of flesh about a foot or so behind the viewfinder. It's what's in his head that allows him to get these great images. The equipment is just the best tool for the job. Giving me those best tools doesn't make me a great bird photographer. All it does, it makes my crappy pictures maybe a little technically better. Notice I said crappy pictures, because compared to someone with that kind of experience, only luck will get me some good shots. I don't know how to do it. All right, today we're going on another outing. This one's a little more my speed, pardon the pun. We're going to an autocross, an auto slalom. The auto slalom is taking place on a parking lot, and our club is there to practice our skills at something different. Now, what will I use for that? Probably similar equipment to what I used for the birds. I will use my Micro Four Thirds gear. I will make sure that I have a couple of fast primes, because as we start to lose the light, I'm going to need that little bit of extra speed, but not. I don't have 1.2 lenses. I don't have 0.95 lenses. I've got f2.8 lenses. I've got an f1.7 lens. I've got a zoom that's variable aperture. So, no, I'm going to have to crank up my ISO and hope for the best. But I understand the sport. I understand what goes on in front of me, and hopefully because of that I will get better images. Again, that fleshy bit just behind the camera is the important part. Well, anyhow, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to click like. If you want to see more of my videos, by all means subscribe, and of course, if you think anybody's going to get anything useful from this rambling piece, then share it. Bye for now.